Howdy, that's Travis, I'm Kevin, and this is H&H Prospecting. John's around here somewhere today. He's going to get some drone footage for us, hopefully, because who doesn't love some beautiful drone footage, right? Alright guys, on the last video, we took you guys out and we showed you where you could do some panning out on the Rogue River Trail. Thanks to our subscriber, Heavy Meadow Detecting, I got it. That spot is now going to be Team Christie's Crack. If you want to know why it's called Christie's Crack, go back and watch the last video and you'll know why, and you'll know exactly where to find some gold panning. But today we actually want to show you where you can find some gold running a sluice box and doing some digging in some banks and some crevicing, a little bit of everything. And it's actually right around the corner from Christie's Crack. Right now we're just at the end of the bridge. If you were to go down to that spot we showed you on the Rogue River Trail, you go left over the bridge and down in the parking lot. But instead of going down to the parking lot, we're going to head about a mile up this way, and there's a little pull-off down there, and we're going to hopefully go find some shiny. This is actually one of the first places I actually ever found gold, so find that big pit that I was working on, and maybe we can pull some more stuff out of there. So, pitter-patter, let's get at her. Alright, so we just pulled in down at the bottom of the little road here, off of the road that comes down. You'll know you're in the right spot when you see the spray painted rocks. Please don't spray paint rocks or trees or anything else for that matter, unless it's the underside of an overpass and you do some cool graffiti. I'm all about that, but not on my trees and rocks. Anyhoozle, so we're actually standing right now. We have found some nice little small gold we dug around in the crevices in here. There is actually some bedrock sticking out on the other side. We've actually pulled some little gold out of the moss. But actually right behind, or in front of me I guess, behind Travis, is another apparent trail. You'll see it as soon as you come in. That's the trail that we're going to be skedaddling down and going and doing some digging. The water's looking a little low where we're at right now, so we may not be able to get a sluice box in the water, but there are still some great little crevices and holes to do some panning and stuff, but we'll get down there and check it out.
Being fast forward. Someone's been digging in there again.
So as we were walking in there, you could see a lot of different holes that we ourselves dug and some other prospectors have definitely pulled gold out of too. Normally we come down here and sluice, but the water is a lot lower than normally. By the way, the reason you can sluice here, we are more than a quarter mile away from the center of the river and there's no pink in the water. But since the water is low, there's exposed bedrock that is super jaggy, and there's a lot of big rocks deposited on top of this bedrock. This is stuff that we've never got to explore before. So instead of going and digging those holes out and doing some sluicing like we normally would here, We're going to do some poking and panning around here and determine if we want to actually set up a sluice or not today. But that's why they call it prospecting, right? Pitter patter, let's get at her. Alright, so we're just kind of jumping around on this bedrock in the cracks here. You see the creek is flowing in that direction on this side. You see where Travis is and where it be flowing coming in here. See all the big heavy rocks depositing all the way around us. And you see a big rise in the bedrock where the bedrock is actually sticking out. All jagged, great places for the gold to be trapping. So I'm kind of just going along where the bedrock is sticking out and just going right along the bedrock. Seems to actually be a channel here. The bedrock rises and this channel comes around. You can actually see the different heavies and smaller materials getting deposited. Nothing coming up on top of the bedrock really. So everything seems to be getting trapped before it comes on top of the bedrock. Travis was at the bottom of this horseshoe bin and got about 8 or 9 colors out of that hole. I was at the top of the horseshoe bin and also got about 8 or 9 colors out of that hole. And then he did a little poking right there and got about 3 or 4 colors out of that crack. We're putting them all in the snuffer bottle and put it all in a pan. Show you guys at the end. Sometimes you dig crevices and find a bunch of gold. Sometimes you take a long safety building and you end up stacking rocks. That's exactly what. Hopefully I can make this work in editing later, but let's roll some of that beautiful drone footage. Alright, so today just kind of more turned into a hanging out with the boys, Ferda, and showing you guys where you could come find some gold. We just did a little bit of poking around. We found a few flakes, a couple colors, but anything that we found today is actually going to end up being stuck in that, and the shade actually works out better, stuck in that ball of mercury. So we might not have found a lot of gold, but we did some good. We removed some more mercury from the creek. We'll take that home, add it to our cons, and get that mercury cleaned, or that gold cleaned out of the mercury. But still, nice day out with the boys. Alright, so we had a good time poking around and prospecting out here on Graves Creek, where you can actually legally bring a sluice if the water level is higher and you want to take the time to set one up. I suggest you do, because there's good gold here. Dang it, Star-Lord, you ruined the shot, bud. Anyways, I want to give a big thank you to John for bringing his drone out and flying around for us today. Hopefully we'll get some good shots out of that. Hey guys, to our subscribers, we don't have a nickname for this spot yet, so maybe throw something out for us and we'll name it together. Big thanks as always, guys, for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give us a like, leave us comments. We like talking to you guys. I really enjoy the banter. And as always, get that shiny. Oh yeah.